Hey everybody, so happy that you're here to join us for a special edition of Express IHP. In case you didn't know, it's going to be special because it's a booty burn and balance version. So there's going to be a lot of lower body work, some balance moves that are going to challenge you in a nice way. And as always, I'll offer modifications. So don't feel intimidated if this is your first time. And by the way, if it is your first time, welcome. But we're going to start just by laying all the way down in your Savasana. So go ahead and find yourself in that shape now. Extend your legs towards the top of your mat and then just take some time to be as still as you can. Close your eyes. Allow the entire length of your spine to press into the floor and melt into your mat. Disconnect from anything going on outside the four corners of your mat. Wherever you are with your breath, go ahead and exhale now. And as you inhale, fill up your lungs, take that air down to the base of your belly. When you get to the top, hold it, and then open your mouth. Exhale, sigh it out. Let go of anything that's going to get in the way of your workout today. On your next inhale, bend your knees. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Make sure your knees stack right over your ankles, and then flip your hands so that your palms are resting on the ground. I keep looking at you like you're watching. Look up towards the ceiling with your hips on the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck, curl, and lift your hips up. Squeeze your glutes as your hips lift. Dig your heels into the mat with your hips elevated. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hips one vertebra at a time so that your tailbone is the last thing to touch the floor. We're going to do one more round with your hips on the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck, curl, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Again, dig your heels into the mat. Feel how that activates your hamstrings. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hips one vertebra at a time so your tailbone is the last thing to touch the floor. And just like that, we're going to go right into our bridges. Keep your knees over your ankles. Hands are down both sides of your body. Relax your upper body. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your heels all the way up and down. And when I say heels, I mean hips. You're going into your full range lifts. Inhaling as you bring your hips down and exhaling and squeezing as you bring your hips up. Go up and down, lift and lower. Great job. Squeezing tighter with every round. And then like you did in the warm-up, remember to dig your heels into the ground so that your hamstrings get involved. So you want your entire lower body to feel the heat. Come up and down. Exhale up, inhale down. Hopefully you have good music at home. If not, pretend you're listening to something good. Squeeze, release. Pretend I'm singing to you while I talk. Great job. Down to 8, 7, squeeze tighter, 6, and then we go into our calf raises. 5 more. Last 4. Press your heels into the mat for 3. You've got 2 more. Last one, bring your heels up and down. Lift and lower. Squeeze your booty the entire time. Keep your hips elevated. And as you bring your heels up, that's when you exhale, just like you do with your breathing exercises and as you did for the first part. Dig your toes into the ground. Your toes into the mat are the leverage for this movement. And the tighter you squeeze your glutes, the more heat you generate for the rest of your body. Press your shoulder blades into the ground. Feel your heels lift up even higher and then squeeze your booty even more. All the way up, all the way down. Lift and lower. 8 more. 7. We're down to our last 6. In 5, we're going to pulse it out. Last 4, heels higher. 3, maybe your hips 2. 2 more. Last one, now pulse it out. Make these movements super tiny. And all you're doing here is squeezing your glutes as tight as you can. If you can, look up at me and watch how little this movement is. So small, you're not even seeing anything happen, right? That's what I want you to do. The tighter you squeeze, the bigger the burn you're going to experience. And the bigger the burn you experience, the more changes you're going to feel and see. Work for the changes that you want here. Work for the burn. You're already down your last 8, 7. Squeeze tighter. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. You're going to end with a hold. Last one, hold and squeeze. Stay lifted. Dig your toes into the mat. Shoot your heels up even higher. Close your eyes. Let that shake settle in. We're almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Great job. Bring your hips down, your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side, but don't get too comfortable because we're going to go right into round two. So for round two, take your feet out, mat width distance. Toes are out, heels are in. Make sure your knees stack right over your ankles. Hands are down both sides. Full range lifts. Let's do it in 4, 3, 2. Lift your hips up and down. Exhale, squeeze, release. So just like you did the first time around, dig your heels into the ground. Come all the way up and all the way down. So you have that full range of motion. That entire length of your lift is all the opportunity you need to squeeze your booty. So again, bringing your cheeks all the way together, digging your heels into the ground so that you feel more heat in your hamstrings. Keep your core tight. I haven't talked about your core yet, right? So remember that core engagement is a big part of this class. The more you suck your stomach into your spine, the more heat you're going to generate, not just in your front side body, but in your lower back. Great job, everyone. 8 more. In 7, we go into our calf raises. 6, 5, squeeze tighter for your last 4. Dig your heels into the ground even more. Down to 2, then we go into our calf raises. Do it now. Bring your heels all the way up and all the way down. As you dig your toes into the ground, feel your heels lift up higher. Feel the heat in your outer thighs intensify, and also feel your hips open up. That's what I love about these wide-legged bridges. I love to hate them, but I also love to love them because you're getting so many yummy benefits. As you dig your toes into the ground, feel your heels lift up even more. Feel your calves strengthen. And don't forget to squeeze your booty the entire time. So your glutes are tight. Alicia, I know you're laughing every time I say booty, but you know what? I'm saying it for you. I'm saying it for everybody in this class because that's what we're burning today. Last 8, 7, then we pulse it out in 6. Squeeze tighter for 5. Bring your hips up. 4, 3 more, then we pulse it out. Last 2, keep your core tight. Last 1, pulse it out. Make these movements so tiny. Make your squeezes so intense. Feel the burn. Feel the shake, and know that shake is making big changes to your lower body. Don't give up. Stay strong. Already almost done. Down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Then we end with the hold. Last 2, 1. Hold and squeeze. If you're not shaking, you're not squeezing hard enough. If you're not shaking, dig your toes into the ground a little bit more. Suck your stomach up and in. Lift your hips up higher. You're still squeezing, right? Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Longest countdown ever. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. High fives. Good job, everybody. And we're done with that. We're going to go right into abs. So if you need water, have some. But since it's express, I'm going to go right into the demos. We're doing 3 exercises. The first one, they're called angel abs. You're going to bend your knees. Keep them about hip width distance apart. Press your palms into each other. Keep your arms straight. All you're going to do here is exhale to lift. Drive your hands in between your knees. Inhale to lower. Exhale, go to the left side. Inhale, go back. Exhale, go back to center. Inhale, lay all the way back down. And then exhale, go back to the right. So you're always passing through the middle. You start by going to the middle, then you go to the left, back to the middle, and then to the right. You're going to go into that move, 4 rounds of that. You're going to do 2 rounds of your hip lifts with a twist. Extend your legs up to straight. Keep your ankles over your hips. Hands are down both sides of your body. As you exhale, bring your hips up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If you want to turn it up, add a twist. And inhale as you lower. Drive your toes up as high as you can. My pro tip, pressing my hands into the floor slightly helps, but it's all about engaging your lower ab muscles. So suck your stomach up and in. You're going to do, again, 2 rounds of that. And then the last thing you're going to do is a pulse, a crunch pulse. Hands are going to go behind your head. Your knees are going to be bent. You're going to come up to your highest point, and you're just going to pulse from there. 2 rounds of that. All right, so we're going to start with those angel abs. Extend your arms out to straight. Press your palms into each other. Look forward, but keep your chin away from your chest. Let's do it. 20 seconds. Where's my timer? We're in it together, guys. Set, go. Right to the center, go to the left, all the way back down, and then go back to center before you go back to the right side. So now that you're comfortable with this movement, work yourself at your own pace, making sure that your shoulder blades come all the way back down before you go right back up. Change, lay back down. You can keep your knees bent, but bring your arms all the way down both sides of your body. Get 10 seconds to chill. It's time for round 2. Arms straight, set, go. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Always stopping by that center spot. Try to reach your fingertips farther away from your body so that you peel your shoulder blades higher off of the ground. When you keep your chin off of your chest, your body naturally comes up higher. So do that. Change. 20 seconds. That went by really fast, right? That was 2. Let's do it. 2 more rounds. Set, go. 20 seconds. Feeling that connection between your lower back and the ground. Your mat is supporting you. Try to reach even further past your body every time you lift. Keeping your chin off of your chest is going to help with your breathing. So make sure you have at least a little bit of a gap. Change. Relax your upper body here. I don't know about you, but my abs are already feeling it. For your last one, find new heights with your shoulders. Set, go. 20 seconds. Pick up the pace if you can. That's the way you're going to get stronger. Challenging your body, challenging your breathing, but remembering that your breath is your fuel. I always tell my students, your breath is your superpower. Remind yourself of that. We're almost done, and now we're done. Change. Relax your arms. Maybe straighten out your legs. Great job. We're going into our hip lifts next. Extend your legs up, point your toes, set, go. Hips up and down. Don't let your legs drop at all. Bring them down maybe a couple of inches, but try not to let them drop too much so that you can go right into your next round. I haven't added the twists yet because my abs are already sore, but I gotta lead by example. Here we go. Last 3, 2, 1. Change. Legs down, arms down. Lucky for us, we only have 1 more round of that. Let's do it. Legs up, set, go. Twist the entire time if you can. Try to lift your hips up higher with every round. Squeeze your thighs together as you lift. If you can, hold it when you get to the top as a way to really generate that burn. That's what we're working on today, right? Keep your core tight. Change. My goodness, that 20 seconds went by way too slow. We're almost done. Bend your knees, crunch pulses, hands go behind your head. Chin up high, set, go. Come up to your high point and then pulse from there. As you dig your lower back into the ground, feel your shoulder blades peel off of the mat. Take your elbows farther apart so that your chest stays open. Keep your eyes locked on that one magical spot. Come up higher if you can. Last 3, 2, 1. Release, melt into the mat. Ooh, the water is going to taste so good when we get to drink it. Let's go. Last round. Set, go. Come up to your high point. Pulse from there. This 20 seconds is going to go by so fast. I know it. So work here. Work for this next water break. Come up a little bit higher. We're already more than halfway through. 5 more seconds. That's it. Push yourselves here. Last 2, 1. We are done. Extend your legs out to straight. So good, everybody. Treat yourself to water if you need. We're going to go into the plank series and then spine strengthening. So you already know you're going to be laying on your stomach. Don't drink too much. Roll onto your right side body first. Cross your left foot over your right. And then whenever you're ready, extend your left hand up towards the ceiling. We're going to go into our side plank for 30 seconds. Go into our forearm plank for 1, and then face the wall or rolling onto your left side for your last 30. Let's do it. Set, go. Bring your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Right away, extend your left hand up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you're working out. And as you press the sides of your feet into the floor, feel your hips come up even more. We are at the halfway point already. Try to squeeze even more. Extend your fingertips high. So not just reaching up, but going for the ceiling, going for the clouds with your fingertips. So the higher up you reach, the more you open up your left side body, the more you strengthen your right side. Last 2, 1, go right into your forearm plank. Make sure that your shoulders stay in line with your elbows. Your shoulders are in line with your hips. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. And if you want extra credit, we're gonna go into some hip lifts. All you're gonna do here is squeeze your glutes and exhale as you bring your hips up an inch, inhale back down. Exhale up, inhale down. So I'm going into the extra credit right away. We're already almost at the halfway point, so if you want to join me, you're only doing it for 30 seconds. We're now at the halfway point. Make sure your quads are still engaged so you're opening up your hamstrings. As you dig your elbows into the ground, try to drag them into your rib cage even more, turning on the heat in your abs. So good. I'm feeling the burn for sure. I'm staying connected to my breath because that's what's fueling me. So I hope you're doing the same. 10 seconds. And then we're going to roll right into our left side plank. We're down to 3, 2, 1. Do it now. Roll onto your left side. Extend your right hand up. Squeeze your glutes. Dig your left elbow into the ground, and then again, energizing your fingertips high. So you're opening up your entire right side body. Your left side is getting stronger, so make sure you're engaging your left side obliques. Dig your elbow into the ground. Reach up even higher. Last 10 seconds are here. You're getting a break so soon. Bring your hips up higher for 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll onto your stomach. Awesome. Turn your head to the left. So your right ear rests on the ground. Be still. Extend your arms on both sides of your body. Spine strengthening exercises. We're just doing 2. Don't be sad. Clasp your hands behind you. Interlock all 10 fingers. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Your mouth is going to face down. When I say go, you're going to straighten your legs and your arms, and you're just going to stay in that position for 30 seconds. So clasp your hands. Let's do it. Set. Go. 30 seconds. Drive your knuckles into your heels. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Everybody dig your hips into the mat so that your thighs come up a little bit higher. There you go. Engage your quads. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze into each other so that your chest lifts. And then keep your neck in line with your spine. We're down to our last 10 seconds. Come up higher, everyone. Use your breath. Drive your knuckles through your heels even more. Last few seconds. Change, come down. Turn your head to the right so your left ear rests on the ground. Extend your arms on both sides of your body. We have one more spine strengthening exercise. We're gonna go into floor bow. Bend your knees, grab your feet just 2 inches below your toes, squeeze your knees all the way together. Keep that grip super secure. Make sure that your wrists are straight. All right, let's do this. Take a deep breath and then kick as hard as you can. Point your toes, drive your toes up towards the ceiling. And then as you drop your head back, roll the weight to the softest part of your belly. The harder you kick, the more you open up your chest, the more you squeeze your shoulder blades together, the more your lungs expand, and the easier it'll be for you to breathe. Kick harder. Fire up your hamstrings. Squeeze your glutes. Drop your head back even more. Whatever you do, don't stop kicking. Whatever you do, don't stop breathing. Last few seconds. Kick a little bit harder. Feel your thighs lift off of the ground for 3, 2, 1. Release. Come down. Turn your head to the right. Left ear on the ground. Nicely done, everybody. Melting into your mat. And just like that, we're done with spine strengthening. We are going to go right into our workout. So if you need some water, go ahead and treat yourself. Because this is an express class, we're only doing 2 big sequences, so they're going to be longer than normal. Take breaks whenever you need, but that's why you're taking this water break right now. So the first thing you're going to do is a chair march. Your feet are going to be hip width distance apart, and then you're going to sit as low as you can, pushing your booty back. I'll show you from the side. You're pushing your booty back. All you're doing here is exhaling to bring one foot up at a time. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So the biggest thing here is keeping the weight on your heels. You're also trying to keep your hips squared off to the floor. So try not to lift one hip up higher than the other, okay? So you're gonna do 4 rounds of that. You're gonna go into 4 rounds of wide leg half burpees, adding a twist when you come up to the top. So I'm gonna show you from the front. Feet are out about shoulder width distance apart. Bring your arms up. Inhale as you bend your knees, hands come down. Exhale to jump back. Inhale to jump forward. Reach up, squeeze, and then add the twist as you come up to standing. You're gonna do 4 rounds of that. You can always modify by dropping down and kicking out one leg at a time, coming up 1 foot at a time, reach up, squeeze, or doing a wide leg squat instead. Okay, so 4 rounds of that. And then the last thing you're gonna do is a warrior 3 pulse. So warrior 3 is a pose where you will be balancing. You're gonna you're gonna start with your right leg on the ground and hinge at your hips so that you can lift your left leg up. So this is a warrior three. Oops. This is a warrior three. You're pulsing your left leg up and down when your right leg is down. It's just a tiny 1 inch up, 1 inch down movement. The squeeze of your left butt cheek is what's driving your leg up. And with my hands on the ground, this is how you modify your warrior three. Keep your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And again, you're just squeezing to lift your leg up. You're gonna do 2 rounds on the right and 2 rounds on the left. Let's get started with those chair marches. So just doing 4 rounds of each exercise. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Sit your booty down really low. We're in it together. Let's go. Set, go. So 1 foot at a time. Exhale up, inhale lower. I'm watching myself in the mirror right in front of me, and I'm not quite practicing what I'm preaching. So keep your hips square to the ground. Exhale and pull your belly into your spine. Every time you bring a knee up, you're working your core while warming up your lower body. Change, come up to standing, relax here. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. You've got 3 more rounds. Let's do it. Bend your knees so that you're ready. Set, go, 20 seconds. So the second round, you're a little bit more familiar with the movement. You're working on your stability and your balance when you go from one foot to the other. Make sure that your feet are still about hip width distance apart. And then sit down even lower to feel a bit of a bigger burn. 3 seconds. Change. Nicely done, everyone. Come up to standing. Andrew, I'm happy that you're here. I hope you're having a good workout. We're halfway through. You have 2 more to go. Let's do it. Sit low. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Keep your chest lifted. Remember, your breath is your superpower. So if you're doing anything that's getting in the way of your superpower, how are you going to use it? Your chest being open is going to help with that. Looking forward is also going to help with that. Sit lower, everyone. Change. That is 3. It's flying by, right? That's what happens when you're having fun. 1 more round. Bend your knees. Let's do it. Set. Go. 20 seconds. What are you going to do with it? You're going to sit lower. You're going to work for a bigger burn. And you're going to work for the sweat dripping down your face, right? 10 more seconds. Pretend you're in the hot room right now. Pretend you're sweating like crazy, because that's what I'm doing. 2 more seconds. Change. Think warm thoughts. We're done with that. We're going to go into 4 rounds of burpees, so get excited. Give yourself that pep talk. Bring your arms up. Set, go. 20 seconds. Reach up, squeeze, twist. Reach up, squeeze, twist. So go from side to side. I'm sitting out the first round. Remember to keep your core tight so that your hips don't drop when you plank. And then every time you come up to standing, squeeze your glutes and then twist. 2 more seconds to go. Change. Great job. Take a break here. Roll out your wrists. That's round 1. You only have 3 more. The good news is no more burpees after this. Arms up. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Turn up the heat a little bit more, maybe picking up the pace. When you add that twist, you're opening up your side body, strengthening your obliques. But remember, when you squeeze your glutes as you come up to standing, you're also strengthening your booty. That booty burn. 2 more seconds to go. Change. Take a break. Drop your arms. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Great job, everyone. 2 more to go. Bring your arms up. Set. Go. 20 seconds. This is a good time to check in with your intention. What brought you to your mat today? Did you come here to get stronger? Did you come here to break a sweat? Guess what? You're getting all of those things right now. Keep it up, guys. 2 more seconds. Change. Take a break. Arms down. All right. You're down to your last round. Make it the best. Bring your arms up. Set. Go. 20 seconds. This is it. Do whatever you need to, slowing it down. Just keep your body moving. And if you slow it down, make sure your breath matches. If you're going fast, definitely make sure your body or your breath matches. You're down to your last 6 seconds already. Keep it up, guys. Push it. Down to 2, 1. You're done. Come up to standing. Awesome. Bring your arms on both sides of your body. Those warrior 3 pulses are next. Get your right foot planted into the ground. If you're going to drop down to your hands for the modified warrior 3, go ahead and do that now. And then everybody lift your left leg up. Get ready. Set, go. 20 seconds. All you're doing here is squeezing your left butt cheek. Try to keep your hips and your shoulders square to the ground. And then extend your left leg back, keeping your hamstrings opened up. Your toes are pointing away from your body. Go for the length in your legs. Squeeze tighter for 2, 1, change. Come up to standing. Take a break. We have one more round. Same move, same side. Balance on your right leg. Set, go. I'm going to modify this second round. Keep my core tight so that I can maintain the balance and that solid foundation. Plant your right foot firmly into the ground, and then again, going for the length with your left leg. Engage your left quad to strengthen that muscle as well. Down to your last 3, 2, 1, release. Come up to standing. So good. 2 rounds this time, balancing on your left leg, and then you get your water break. Let's go. Set, go. Hinge at your hips, point your right toes, and then squeeze your right butt cheek like crazy. So what you're doing here with your leg, you're lengthening it, right? Do the same thing with your spine. Extend through the crown of your head, keep your neck in line with your spine, and then suck your stomach in like crazy. Keep your hips square to the ground for 3, 2, 1, release. Come up to standing. Open up your chest. So I don't know if y'all saw that, but I modified with one hand on the ground. You can try that as well. Balance on your left leg. Set, go. So 20 seconds here. If you're trying this with one hand on the ground, you can put your left hand on your left hip. You're squeezing your left butt cheek. And now I'm noticing that my hips aren't completely square. There we go. Point your toes. Go for that full extension with your right leg. Engage your quad. Change. We did it. High fives. Jess, I know you're here too. I'm happy that you're here. Great job. Treat yourself to a little bit of water. And then while you drink, I'm going to show you our next sequence. We've got 3 different exercises that are going to burn your booty for sure. The first thing is a Frogger. Your feet are going to be outside shoulder width distance apart. Your toes are in. Sorry, toes are out, heels are in. Start by bending your knees, so in a wide leg squat to start. As you exhale, jump back, inhale, jump forward, and then drop your hips down low. Open up your chest and your hips. Inhale, jump back, exhale, jump forward. That's it. If you want to modify, kick out one leg at a time, come up 1 foot at a time, or you can hang out in your wide leg squat, just like that. So that's move number 1. Move number 2 is a single leg squat with a curtsy lunge. So you're going to start by balancing on your right leg. Remember, booty burn and balance. That's what we're doing. You're going to stay on your right leg. You're going to lift up your left foot off of the ground. As you exhale, you're going to bend your right knee, bring your left foot back behind you, tap the ground, and then exhale to lift. Inhale, bend your right knee, tap the ground below you, and then exhale, lift. If you want to make it harder, true balance, you're not going to let your left foot touch the ground. So it's going to be like this. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Be careful with your right knee. Always make sure that it is in line with your ankle. So if you're feeling wobbly at all, definitely bring your left toes down to touch the ground. All right, so knee over your ankle is very important, and you also don't want your right knee to come too far forward. As you bend your right knee, just make sure they don't go past your toes. You're gonna do 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and the last thing we're gonna do is the stanky leg. All right, so if you've taken my class before, you know this is like my favorite move. You're gonna bend your knees, come down low. Make sure that your knees are right over your ankles. Lift your right heel up only. Starting with the right side, 2 rounds on the right. All you're doing is squeezing your right butt cheek. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. The key here is bringing up your heel high and then bringing your hips down really low. That's going to get that sweet spot to burn your booty. All right? So we're going to start with those Froggers. Take your feet wide, toes out, heels in. Take it 20 seconds at a time. The magic number is 4. Bend your knees. Sit low. Get excited. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Pacing yourself maybe for this first round as you get comfortable with the movement. If your hips are tight, you might want to slow it down, kicking out 1 leg at a time. Already more than halfway through, there's only 3 more seconds. Change. Great job. Come up to standing. Arms down both sides of your body. All right. I'm going to take a break from the second round. Everybody else, bend your knees, sit low, set, go. 20 seconds. Froggers. You love them because they're good for your hips. You love them because they're good for your outer thighs. But I love them and you love them because they're good for your booty. And that's why you're here. 8 more seconds. Try to bring your hips down lower. Maybe press your elbows into your knees to open them up a little bit more. 2 seconds. Change. Awesome. Come up to standing. Great work, everybody. Relax your shoulders down. Roll out your wrists if you need. 2 more rounds. Bend your knees. Sit low. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Try to be light on your toes. Oops. Bringing your hips down, squeezing your glutes every time you drop into that wide leg squat. Press your elbows into your knees. I'm taking a break because my AirPod fell out. You have 2, 1, change. Come up to standing. Tiny, tiny technical difficulties. It's all good. You knew what you were doing. 1 more round. That's it. Show me your best froggers. Bend your knees. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Let's do it. Give it everything you've got. So remember, when you think about the muscles that you're working as you work them, you're getting that much more of a workout. So think about your hips opening. Squeeze your glutes. Feel your outer thighs get stronger. And then dig your heels into the ground when you go into that squat. 2 more seconds. Change. Awesome. All right, we did it. Treat yourself to a little bit of a break. You're done with your froggers. And now it's time for your single leg squat. You're going to balance on your right leg. You're bringing your left foot back behind you. Let's do it. Set. Go. Inhale, lower, maybe tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. If you want that extra credit and you're feeling balanced, your left toes are not going to touch the ground. You're driving your knee up. You're also working your left side obliques. You're keeping your spine long and your chest open so that you can use your superpower. Change. Come up to standing. So you're working your outer right hip when you balance on your right side. We have 1 more round on the same side. Set. Go. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Maybe bringing your left knee up a little bit higher if you're feeling strong and balanced. Core engagement is so important. I hope your belly is pulling into your spine right now. Try to bring your left leg back behind you even more. Change. Longest 20 seconds ever, right? We've got 2 rounds on the left. Let's do it, guys. Bend your left knee, lift your right leg. Set, go. Inhale down, exhale up. Notice I'm very wobbly on this side, so I'm definitely modifying. And you know what? Sometimes it's like that. Actually, a lot of times it's like that. You know, you always have like a favorite side that you work on, your favorite dog. We're not going to talk about that on camera. Last 3, 2, 1. Change. Come up to standing. I don't have a favorite dog. I love them both equally. We have 1 more. Let's do it. Set. Go. Stanky leg is coming up next, guys. So what you're doing here is warming up your lower body for that exercise. Squeeze tight every time you come up to standing. Exhale loud every time you bring your knee up. Awesome. Keep your chest lifted, your shoulders square to the top of your mat. Change. We did it. But we do have stanky leg next. 2 rounds on each side. So take your feet very wide apart, toes out, heels in. Bend your knees, sit low, and then lift up only your right heel. Sit down even lower to get your right thigh parallel to the ground. Let's do it. Set, go. So all you're doing here is squeezing your right butt cheek. So you don't see anything happening here because it's all in the backside. All you're doing is squeezing your right butt cheek. So know that the lower you sit, the more you open up your right side hip, your inner right thigh, and the more you strengthen your right butt cheek. 3 more seconds. Change. Come up to standing. Bring your arms down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. There's 1 more round on the right side. Bring your hips down even lower. Let's do it. Get set up now. Sit low. Lift your right heel up. Set. Go. 20 seconds. Suck your stomach up and in like someone's taking a picture of you. Tuck your tailbone under. My producer actually is literally taking a photo of me right now, so I'm trying to be cute about it. Bring your arms up. 4 more seconds. Change. That's the only reason why I'm smiling while I do these. Otherwise, I'm like crying. We have 2 rounds on the left. Let's crush it. We're in it together, guys. Let's do it. Bend your knees, sit low, set, go. Squeeze your left butt cheek. So yes, this is your first time on the left side. Because my legs are wiped out, I'm already shaking. Suck your stomach in. Lean your upper body back so that your shoulders are in line with your hips. And if you tuck your tailbone under, you're getting into your lower abs a little bit more. 3 more seconds. Change. Goodness. Straighten out your legs, arms down. 1 more round. And guess what? We've got abs, a little bit more planking to do before we seal the deal. Go. Bend your knees. Lift your left heel. Set. Go. 20 seconds. So remember, tiny, tiny move that's going to lead to super big changes. The tighter you squeeze your left butt cheek, the stronger it's going to be. Not to say that you're picking favorites here, but try to squeeze a little bit more than you did on the right side. Down to your last 4, 3, 2, 1. You are done. Nicely done, everyone. Bring your arms down both sides of your body, shoulders down and away from your ears. High fives all around, sweaty hugs all around. All right, we're done with that. You're gonna go into abs next. All right, first thing you're gonna do is a forearm plank into dolphin. So if you're drinking water, cool, but don't drink too much because you will end up back in your forearm plank position. We're doing 2 ab exercises and then we're gonna go into active recovery. So in your forearm plank, drive your elbows into the mat, keep your elbows and your wrists shoulder width distance apart. You're gonna go into your plank and then walk your toes up as close to your rib cage as you can so that you can lift your hips up. This is your dolphin. And then as you exhale, you're walking your toes back so that you can return into your plank shape. All right, so it's exhale, toes forward, inhale, toes forward, exhale, walk your feet back into your plank. We're gonna do that for 1 minute, and then you're gonna roll onto your back, and we're gonna do slow Pilates bicycles for 30 seconds. That's it. So 1 minute on your forearm plank. If you don't want to do the dolphin, if you're feeling already super challenged, hanging out in your forearm plank is already a lot of work, so you can just do that. All right? Let's do it. Dig your forearms into the ground. We're in it together, guys. Suck your stomach in. Set. Go. So inhaling as you walk your toes forward. Exhaling as you walk your toes back. So as you keep your stomach sucked in, you're engaging all the muscles in your core. Try to walk your toes up closer with every round. And then feel the opening down the backs of your legs as you do that. We're now already down to our halfway point. I'm going super slow and I'm definitely feeling the heat. So hopefully whichever option you are taking, you are feeling strengthened and challenged. If not, it's not too late to add the dolphins. All right, guys, we're down to our last 15 seconds. We're gonna get a tiny break before we roll onto our backs. So work for that break right now. Down to our last 8. 2, 1, change. Drop into your child's pose. I'm bringing my knees together. Walk my arms down both sides of my body. That way I can release tension in my lower back and in my shoulders. Whenever you're ready, roll onto your back. We're gonna go into our slow bicycles, which I told you we're gonna do for 30 seconds. So bend your knees, lift up your legs so that your shins are parallel to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Bring your hands behind your head, take your elbows wide. 30 seconds. Set, go. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. I want you all to go slow so that you can focus on driving your bottom heel as close to the ground as you can. Twist from side to side, keeping your elbows as far apart from each other as you can so that you can maintain that open chest so that your breathing is that much easier. We're already almost done, everybody. 5 more seconds. Keep breathing. Bring your toes back to your face for 2, 1. Change. Straighten out your legs. Bring your arms on both sides of your body. Open your chest. Take a deep breath. Mouth open. Exhale, side out. So that was it. We do have active recovery. This is going to bring your heart rate down while still working our bodies. So because it's a booty burn class, we're going to end with a little bit more booty work. You're going to go into your tabletop plank. So this is different than your regular plank because your knees are bent. Your knees are going to hover off of the ground and they're going to be in line with your hips. So it looks like this. Your arms are straight, your wrists are in line with your shoulders. And again, my knees are off of the ground just about an inch. So this is your tabletop plank. We're gonna go into fire hydrants while hanging out in your tabletop plank. Do that for 30 seconds. And then you're gonna end with your donkey kicks. 30 seconds of that. Again, with your knee hovering off of the ground 1 inch. Then you're gonna go right into your left side, 30 seconds on your left with your donkey kicks. That's it, guys. 2 minutes of action, and we'll have enough time for Savasana. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna turn to the front so you can see, well, maybe I'll go to the side. Here we go. Tabletop plank. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, set, go. 30 seconds. So fire hydrants. Keep your right knee bent at a 90-degree angle. Definitely keep your core engaged. This is the last 2 minutes of this class. You've already been working your core the entire time. Might as well finish as strong as you started so that you feel really good when this is all over. Give it your all. We're down to our last 10 seconds. At any point, drop down to your knee like I'm doing, because sometimes it's like that. We're gonna go right into the next round, donkey kicks. Stamp the ceiling now with your heel. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you drive your heel up. Inhale as you bring your knee right back in line with your hip. Awesome, everybody. 10 more seconds. And you're gonna go right to the left side. Try to squeeze your right butt cheek every time you drive your heel up. Inhale as you bring it right back down. Last 3, 2, 1. Release. Drop your right knee down to the ground. A tiny reset before we go to the left side. Did I say tiny? It's over. Lift your knees off of the mat. Left side, set, go. Fire hydrants. We've got that Savasana calling our name. Work for it here. So your fire hydrants, your knees are always in line with your hip. Oops. Your knee is also in line with your ankle. And the squeeze of your left butt cheek is what's bringing your knee away from your midline. Squeeze tighter. Do the best you can to keep your core engaged. I know that you've been working it the entire time, but you've got it. Last 3, 2, 1. Stamp the ceiling now, donkey kicks. Your neck is in line with your spine here, so just look at a blank spot right in between your hands. And you should be going slow here. Active recovery is a way for you to bring your heart rate down while still strengthening your body. Squeeze tighter here. We're down to our last 10. You've got it, friends. Finish strong, and we are all in this together. Push even harder. Squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Let's do a child's pose. Take your knees wide. Big toes touch. Extend your arms away from your body. Melt your chest into the ground. All right. And actually, this is how we're going to end today. Rest your forehead on the ground. Bend your elbows. And then take some time here to just lengthen your spine. Settle into your body. 45 minutes of nonstop movements, challenging your body, challenging your brain. It takes a lot out of you. And your practice is always about balance, right? So you committed to working out today, but a big part of the experience of this workout and spending time on your mat is also knowing when to give your body a break. And that's what these Savasanas are for. You go into your child's pose. Anytime you need a break, this is the ultimate break. You have nothing else to do. Wherever you are with your breath, go ahead and exhale now. On your next inhale, make it the slowest breath. Take that air all the way down to the base of your belly, and when you get to the top, hold it. Open your mouth, exhale, let go of anything that you couldn't get rid of during this workout. Slowly bring movement back to your body by wiggling your fingertips, rocking your head from side to side. And then slowly walk your hands back to your body, underneath your shoulders, and then push up. Squeeze your knees together and then kick your legs to one side. Come up into a seated position. Sink your hips into the mat. Sit up tall so that your spine is long, extending through the crown of your head. And then on your inhale, sweep your arms up. Press your palms into each other, and then as you exhale, plug your thumbs right into your chest. Bow in slightly. Take a moment to just say thank you to yourself for showing up. Be thankful for the things in your life that bring you joy, and also be thankful for our studio for providing this space and for providing these virtual workouts so that we can still connect and get stronger together. I'm grateful for you all. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Awesome. Thank you all so much for working so hard and for being a part of our Blue Moon Yoga family. These classes are free, but we also take donations. So thank you if you've already donated. It keeps these operations going. We're grateful for you, and we hope to see you again really soon.